D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you'll be able to find the article that I read to bring you this video, and you can read it for yourself or just watch this video where I'm going to read it to you. So this video is coming a little bit late in the day. Sorry about that, family stuff. Plus, it's a holiday weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. And, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're in the States, if you're not in the States, then I don't know what to tell you. So before I get started on this video, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So now that we got all that business out of the way, let's get started on these stories and everything. So for my first story this week, so Ben Kingsley is going to reprise his role as Trevor Slattery in the Wonder Man series for Disney Plus. So this article comes from Variety, and we're going to read through it right now. Now, I liked Ben Kingsley, Trevor Slattery. I thought he was really funny and everything in both Iron Man 3 and in Shang-Chi, but, whatever. So it's cool and everything. So it says, Ben Kingsley is poised to reprise his role as Trevor Slattery in the upcoming Wonder Man series from Marvel Studios at Disney Plus. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. Look at that. They got those sources over there at Variety. So fancy and everything. The show was first revealed to be in the works back in June. It will focus on Marvel's character Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. In the comics, Williams is the son of a wealthy industrialist whose company falls on hard times due to competition from Tony Stark's Stark Industries. Williams then accepts an offer from villain Baron Zemo that gives him iconic superpowers, including super strength and durability. After fighting the Avengers several times, Wonder Man ultimately joined their ranks. I don't know if they're going to do that for this show, but if they do, they've got all the workings for that. They've got, Stark Industries. And then Baron Zemo, that actor, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's been in a Disney Plus series before, so I don't see why he wouldn't come back for this. And that'd be super fun. Let's see. Kingsley returning as Slattery lends credence to reports that the show will intend to be a Hollywood satire, as it has been established that Slattery is a failed actor and Wonder Man has been an actor and stuntman in the comics. So I think that they're correct. That really is a good tie-in, because Trevor Slattery is an actor, Wonder Man's an actor and everything. They're both failed actors or whatnot. Although Wonder Man has some success, he just, falls out of it. So I think that would be, a good mixture and a connection to tie those into. They're very smart about this, I think. Exactly how Kingsley would factor into the plot of the series and how many episodes he would appear in is being kept under wraps, but sources say he will play a major role. I do enjoy Ben Kingsley. Reps for Kingsley denied to comment. Marvel Studios does not comment on projects in development. Kingsley first portrayed Slattery in Iron Man 3. In that film, Slattery has been hired to portray a terrorist leader known as the Mandarin, but his true identity is revealed in the end and he is arrested. He then appeared in the short film All Hail the King, which shows Slattery in prison before he is broken out by someone working for the real Mandarin. Most recently, Kingsley played Slattery in the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. He was taken prisoner by the Mandarin, Shang-Chi's father, Zhu Wenwu, who kept him alive as a sort of court jester. Shang-Chi and his father eventually helped him escape, and he in turn, and his friend, sorry, not his father, in turn helped them defeat Wenwu. The role reunites Kingsley with Destin Daniel Cretton because he's going to direct and co-wrote Shang-Chi and will serve as executive producer and co-creator on the Wonder Man series. I did a video for that. Kingsley is one of the most celebrated actors in modern times, known for his role like Gandhi, Sexy Beast, House of Sand and Fog, Bugsy, and Schindler's List. I've only seen Gandhi and Schindler's List. I haven't seen the rest of those. He earned Academy Award nomination for his first 4 of the aforementioned films, winning the award for, it doesn't even matter, all that nonsense. Watership Down, that miniseries, that was pretty good. I do enjoy Watership Down. He's repped by a bunch of stuff. Andrew Guest will serve as head writer for the Wonder Man show. Cretton will executive produce and possibly direct on the series, in addition to serving as co-creator with Guest. Cretton is currently under an overall deal with Marvel Studios and Onyx Collective. So, yeah. Like I said before, I think this is a good tie-in with the whole overarch, because I feel like Marvel is not doing a good job as of Phase 4 with connecting Phase 4 with the overarching Marvel universe. For instance, Eternals, they're all like, we don't get involved unless the Descendants are, or what are they called? Not the Descendants, the Deviants are involved. And it's like, what? You're not going to get involved in this earth-ending event? What's going on here? And did any of you get snapped? They didn't answer any of those questions. So I think that when it comes to continuity, they're having a big problem with Phase 4, in my opinion. So I think maybe having this, Trevor Slattery tie into Wonder Man as a failed actor might help bring in the cohesiveness that we all know and love of the MCU. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, and this comes from Deadline, my favorite. And the reason I'm doing this story is just because the show Warrior, I love this show. If you haven't watched the show, I say get on it. There's 2 seasons. It's an easy watch, because you'll just love it. Me and my wife watched it together. We just watched them back to back. We just kept piling through them because it's so good. I love this show. So it says Warrior adds 10 recurring stars for season 3, and then it gives them a couple of them among additions. And this is the 10 people that they've hired. There's only one Asian dude in here, and then this guy is from Superman and Lois, which I loved, and I loved him on that show. So we'll see. The rest of them I don't recognize. Just looking at their picture, but some of these are all Hollywood pictures. Sometimes they throw up a different picture or a character they played, and I can notice them. But let's read through this article so that way you guys can get to know some of these people. So it says the HBO Max series Warrior is adding 10 actors to the cast of Warrior for the show's 3rd season, including Telly Leung, Kevin Otto, and Adam Rayner in recurring roles. The full list and character descriptions from the streamer can be found below, which we are going to go through. Quite excited. Telly Leung as Marcel, a nomadic Chinese nightclub singer working on the Barbary Coast. Kevin Otto, as Horace Clark, Bill's condescending brother-in-law and owner of a successful cement factory. Adam Rayner as Douglas Strickland III, a ruthless railroad baron and an old friend of Nellie's husband. Nick Cordelans, I don't know how to say that, as Edmund Mulsley, a Secret Service agent who comes to San Francisco to pursue an important case. Ooh, wonder what that's going to be all about. Dominique Mayer, as Catherine Archer, a political booster who takes an interest in Mayor Buckley. Niels Clayson as Benjamin Atwood, a newly appointed chief of the San Francisco Police. Sean Marco, a Stuart Gum, Mayor Buckley's conniving right-hand man. There's so many. Jazra Aslan as Eliza Pendleton, a wealthy socialite who takes an interest in Mei Ling. Colin Moss and Franklin Tyler, a charismatic candidate for San Francisco mayor. Sizzo Malangu as Isaac, a ruthless lieutenant in the Happy Jack and notorious Barbary Coast gangster. Which all of this sounds fascinating and interesting in my opinion. So it says Warrior is a gritty, action-packed crime drama set during the brutal Tong Wars of San Francisco's Chinatown in the late 19th century and based on the writings of martial arts legend Bruce Lee. Series stars including Andrew Koji, love him, Olivia Chen, love her in the show, Jason Tobin, Diane Doan, Hoon Lee, and Tom Weston Jones, among others. Andrew Koji is so good in this show. I love him. He's great. And he's so hot. The first 2 seasons, which premiered on Cinemax, are streaming on HBO Max. Now, I didn't watch it when it was on Cinemax. I only watched it was on HBO Max because I got the subscription during the pandemic, and then I kept it. Like I said before, me and my wife just went through it. Like, it was so good, you guys. I love that show. It was so good. I still love that show. I loved that show. I love that show. It's so good. I can't wait to see, you know, what happens next and everything. I like the fighting and I liked the drama and the sex. But it was really, really good. It's basically Andrew Koji's character. He comes to America looking for his sister because she left China, and he comes there to look for her. And I mean, I'm not going to try to give too much away, but he ends up joining he gets sold to a gang leader. But it's the rival gang leader is the leader of that one is his sister marries the gang leader of that. And she's basically running that gang because she's a woman and she can't run it herself because she's a woman and everything. Yeah. And then there's like, you know, and then there's this white woman who falls in love with the Asian guy, but it's a no because, you know, back then. And then there's like this Irish guy who's leading like the Irish gang and everything. It's so good. I love it. And then there's the railroads coming in there. It's so good. And it all takes place in California, circa whatever year this takes place. I don't know. Sorry. I'll say, I don't know. I'm not going to say, I don't remember what year it is, but it's really fun. The fight scenes are great. It's brutal. Everything is so good. It's so good. If you don't watch this show and you have HBO Max, get on it and get on it now, I say. Before season 3, so you can catch up. So that was my second story of the week. So for my third and final story of the week, and this also comes from Deadline, my favorite. I say that every video. It says Nicolas Cage to star in A24 comedy Dream Scenario for Ari Aster producing. Now, I'm just doing this story because I love Nicolas Cage. I will watch any film that this man is in. I mean, I know he goes and he gets any movie he can, but I love Nicolas Cage. I just love him. If you don't love him, that's cool. I get it, but I love him. He's great. So it says, after the unbearable weight of massive talent and the upcoming Renfield, the first movie, it was okay, that massive weight of talent movie, but I am excited for Renfield. I'm excited for it. It sounds fascinating and good. I did some stories. I'll leave them in the iCard section. Anyways, it's done showing off his comedic chops as sources tell Deadline he is set to star in A24 comedy Dream Scenario. A24 is set to finance and produce the pick, with Christopher Baraghi directing. I don't know him off the top of my head. Ari Aster and Lars Knudsen will produce under their Square Peg banner, with Baroghi also penning the script. Other than it being described as a comedy, project details are being kept under wraps. Jacob Kofke and Tyler Capellone, I don't know, Capelloni. Anyways, will produce along A24, Aster and Knudsen. This marks the 4th collaboration between Square Peg and A24 after Hereditary, Midsommar, and the upcoming Disappointment Boulevard, starring Joaquin Phoenix, which I do love me some A24. Cage is having himself quite the year, going back to his work in the neon drama Pig, which I liked that movie Pig. I thought he did a good job. So we'll see where this one goes, which had him in the mix for awards considerations all season long. He most recently was seen earning rave reviews playing himself in the Lionsgate pick The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which I thought was also pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like stellar or Oscar worthy in my opinion, but I did like it, which also starred Pedro Pascal and Tiffany Haddish. Which those two, they did okay in that movie. I'm not really impressed with Tiffany Haddish, in my opinion, but that's besides the point of this. Anyway, so it's next up, he has the Western thriller Butcher's Crossing, where Cage plays a buffalo hunter, and the Universal action comedy Renfield, which playing Dracula opposite Nicolas Hoult as the titular character. He is repped. Who cares who he's repped by? As for Barogli, his directing debut, Sick of Myself, made its world premiere at this year's Cannes Festival. I didn't see that. I don't think it's out yet. So I have to say I'm excited for this only because Nicolas Cage is in it and he's going to be doing a comedy. I mean, how much fun is that going to be? Super fun. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and I love Nicolas Cage. I think he's really great, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for us next. So that is what I have for you guys this week. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Ben Kingsley reprising his role as Trevor Slattery in the new Wonder Man series? Are you looking forward to that? Do you think it makes sense in terms of continuity-wise for the MCU? How do you feel about Phase 4? How do you feel about them going forward and everything? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me all that juicy stuff and all that stuff you want to tell me. Also, how do you feel about them adding these 10 stars for recurring roles for the season 3 of the show Warrior? Do you watch the show Warrior? Do you like the show Warrior? Do you not watch? Do you not like it? Who's your favorite character? What's your favorite, fight sequence? Whatever you want to tell me about it. Whose character do you think sounds great and are you looking forward to? And then finally, how do you feel about this Nicolas Cage movie, Dream Scenario? How do you feel about Nicolas Cage? What do you think this movie is about? Obviously, it's something about dreams. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Do you think that Nicolas Cage will be able to do a comedy like this? Tell me what you guys think about all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.